Granbury ISD. Welcome to the new Favorite Things podcast, episode 11. I'm your host today, Jason Polano, Instructional Tech Coordinator at Granbury ISD. We're going to talk a little bit about Nearpod's beta video feature. A lot of times ed tech companies like to have competing features, and this is Nearpod's attempt to be competitive with Edpuzzle. If you've never used Edpuzzle before, it's a way for students to watch instruction through video and then respond to questions that are embedded throughout the video. Nearpod has a version of this coming out, and it has some benefits over Edpuzzle, and Edpuzzle has some benefits over Nearpod. So we'll talk a little bit about how to set one up and what are the pros and cons of each. So within nearpod.com, you're going to go in and you're going to click on Create. And you'll have a couple different options here. You can create a lesson, or you can create this video specific presentation. So when I click on create videos, you'll have this option pop up. And I do love that Nearpod has this pre-created library of videos. And I can search by specific TEAC, just like I would in the Nearpod library. So if I want to go into Texas and then science, I want to talk high school, and specifically I wanted to talk about biology and doing cell cycle and how it can disrupt cancer, or I can go in, I can do meiosis and sexual reproduction. I can go through and I can quickly find what I want. But also it integrates with YouTube, where I can come into YouTube and I can search for a specific video that I want to turn into this video Nearpod. So I think that the viruses one is a very appropriate one considering today's climate. I can click on save, or if I wanted to, and I have my own personal video, I can upload a video. So you could do something about like using a Screencastify video or a Loom video, or if you have an MP4 or an MOV file that you want your students to watch, you can upload those directly into Nearpod. But I am right now just going to go in, I'm going to use this viruses one, and I'm going to click save. So the cool features inside of Nearpod Video is that you can go in and you can directly add these activities for students to view. So as the student is watching the video, it's going to directly drop the activity, either a multiple choice question or a free response question, at a certain point. So student is watching the video, it comes to a certain point, and they have to respond to it. So to do that, I'm going to fast forward ahead about 30 seconds in. And I'm going to click add activity. And I'm just going to have an open response question here. And I'm going to say, what are the three components of the cell theory? Question mark. When I click save, it's going to put a point within the video where this question is going to be asked. If I were to add another one, so let's go forward a little bit here, and let's do another activity and have it be a multiple choice question. Say, what are the two types of viral reproduction? I'm going to put answer A is the lytic and lysogenic cycle, and answer 2 is the asexual and sexual reproduction cycle. I can specify which of these questions or answers is correct, okay? And when I click save, it will put that point on the video. I do think that Nearpod has a few additional capabilities here that Edpuzzle does not. You do have the ability as a student to increase the playback speed, so how fast the video is being played or how slow. Maybe you're really trying to watch the video quickly because you're on a time crunch, or maybe a student needs more time to process the information. You also can do closed captioning for all videos inside of Nearpod, which is super useful when it comes to accommodating our special populations of students. Okay. And then the piece that I do love about Nearpod is this does not have to be a standalone activity like an Edpuzzle. I can take this and I can embed it into a Nearpod. So if I were to click embed in slides, then it's going to take this Nearpod video and it's going to put it into a Nearpod presentation, where this might be one slide out of 20 or 30 of them. So let's take a look at what this is going to look like for our students as they're completing the activity.